I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The lyric scientist forever.
Da 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 da. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So, I hope you guys like my rendition of that song.
Motherfucker, that shit was some tone-deaf ass shit.
Well, you know how loud I can get and how annoying I can be.
No, not about loudness. It was about the actual notes that of the song were not there.
Well, look, I practice my singing on a daily basis. I practice my rhyme schemes on a weekly basis, and then my sounds on a bi-weekly basis. So that might be why it's not.
You might need to change that routine up then.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. But before I go any further, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm screaming at the goddamn mic.
I can't do it. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's how I talk.
I know, but okay, then put it away some.
That's why I told you to turn mine down last time.
Yeah.
Turn my headphones up, folks. Welcome to episode 192. Yes, 192 episodes of this here Mad Scientist Lab podcast, affiliate style.
No, don't do that. That's the cringest shit I've ever seen.
As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist.
What up, people? I'm adjusting the camera. So.
Well, Jared's adjusting the camera, and Shawn, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for being a part of the experience of experiences. I don't think there's anything quite like our show. I mean, I think there's a level of a serotonin and dopamine that gets released in your body when you come down here on this podcast like no other thing. I almost think it's better than sax.
Sax or sex?
Well, sax, because I used to play the saxophone. So
If I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. 7 wives with 7 cats.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was a great.
How many were going to St. Ives?
Dude, what a great reference.
How
that
many
was.
of us have them?
Friends, ones we can depend on. Friends.
How do you dial 1?
1.
0001.
So, folks, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to be here live on Twitch around 6 p.m.-ish on Saturday nights. We are here, and we are ready to roll, and we are going to start this show off with a bang, like a big bang. Not a theory, but a bang.
Please inform me and enlighten me in what you're talking about, because you didn't tell anybody anything.
Well, no. Well, that's the surprise. I mean, well, I wouldn't say it's really a surprise, but I think it's time, and me and Shawn were discussing it before you arrived, and I think it's something that we collectively need to talk about together as a group.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. So I, this week, at Jared's request and my own curiosity, I have finished watching Marvel's Secret Invasion.
My request.
And then I said, and my curiosity. Okay. So there's a combination.
That's what killed that cat, though, so be careful.
I also have a cat. My God. This is kind of coming full circle.
Curious.
Yeah, it's coming full circle in ways I never thought would happen. So I finished the Secret Invasion. I guess, do you want to call it like a short series? I would say it's a short series.
It was a series.
It's a series. 6 episodes of Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson.
Right. If it's over 3 hours, it's a series. Miniseries is usually 3 or 4.
No, a miniseries is a 1-season series.
Well, we don't know if there's going to be a second season.
There
yet.
definitely ain't. God, I hope not. It definitely
No,
ain't.
there won't be.
Yeah.
No.
Thank God, because I ain't watching.
I watched it. I thought it was okay. I wasn't overly wowed by it, but I did like it for what it was. And I thought it was pretty cool seeing Sam Jackson get his own little, well, not his own. I mean, he's been Nick Fury forever now, but just kind of getting his own spinoff and all that stuff. Prolonging or progressing, I should say, the Marvel Universe cinematic storytelling. And I thought it was pretty cool. I also thought it was kind of anticlimactic, too. I
thought it was shit.
Yeah. Thank you. We're all in agreement. It was fucking shit.
No. So, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great.
It was the drizzling shits.
Yeah, it was shit. It was one of those episodes where I started watching it, and I'm like, is this gonna get better? There were some parts that I liked.
You're like, this is the finale, right? Like,
Oh yeah, especially on the last episode.
like-
The last episode was.
You're like, is something gonna happen? Like they had the whole little fight with, Dragon Queen and dude.
Yeah, with all the
Dragon. Oh, you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God,
Emilia Clarke,
yeah.
she's so hot, dude. But
no
anyway.
doubt. Only redeeming quality of the show, really.
She was all right.
Well, and I'm glad you guys brought that up with that's why I was kind of getting towards the anticlimactic
Oh,
thing.
wait, before we get started, we didn't say what's up to everybody in the chat.
Oh, what's up, guys? Thank
Epic,
you.
Londa.
Londo,
Shout out to
hello.
y'all.
Welcome.
Howdy, folks.
Oh yeah, we have emotes. Those are not the final emotes. Those I was just fucking around with them. Now that we have them. Oh, and by the way, Epic, you are the first. You're the founder of all the subscribers. So congratulations on that.
Can we get a round of applause for Epic, please? Let's give a round of applause. Supported us from day one. Thank you, sir.
Down since day one-ish.
Yeah, we like that a lot. We like.
Cheers to you, Epic.
Cheers to you. What? In honor of Epic, since he is the founder, I am going to do what Epic has always asked me to do. We are going to fill our glass 3/4 of the way.
You are going to fill your glass.
Holy
3/4.
shit.
3/4 of the way.
Wait, let me
with some
switch
good
the
old-
camera so
And-
we don't blatantly put it on our newfound status on Twitch and get banned.
Oh my God, this is not.
All right, bro. That's good.
We're gonna die.
It's a lot of liquor.
That's a shitload of liquor.
RJ's gonna need a new liver, and it's all your fault, Epic.
Yeah. Well, you're not very far from the truth, because whenever he does visit, which is always a great time, we almost die entirely. But that's okay. It's a part of life, I guess. But no. So the final episode of the
He still did half and half,
it wasn't half.
bruh.
Well, I wanted just to fill it.
All right, come on. Let's go.
It
Let's
doesn't
get into
matter.
the shits.
All right. So
Bitch.
yeah. So I'm waiting for. I guess you're right. Something to happen.
Yeah, anything.
And then it just turns out that this guy, what was his name? Davrick?
Grievous.
Grievous.
Wait,
General Grievous?
no, Gravic.
Gravik.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Stupid name.
so Gravik, it just turns out that he's a Nick Fury fanboy and that his hero let him down. And then he was like, we can say things. And he was like, all right. Then they try to murder him. But then, like you said, Dragon Queen comes out of nowhere with all the superpowers. What was it called?
I guess because she's the Dragon Queen.
yeah, which is fine, which is completely fine.
She was not Dragon Queen. She was. I forgot her name in the show.
Khaleesi.
No, it wasn't.
Khaleesi, yeah.
No,
In-
not on that stupid fucking show.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. It was,
And we're those who don't know, we're
Danny Targaryen.
Huh?
No, I'm still doing Game of Thrones.
Oh god.
yeah, so for,
Don't call me Shirley.
yeah.
Oh, you've just subscribed. You got gifted a sub.
No.
This is fun. This is fun now.
We've made it. God, I feel so famous right now, dude. I feel like I can just go out and be on a tabloid, dude. We should be on a tabloid. National Enquirer, Mad Scientist Lab, featuring.
Tabloids are bad. That means
There's no such thing as bad
well, there's
publicity.
no such thing as bad publicity, but it's still bad press.
Dude, those tabloids, you remember standing in the
Oh,
line at
man,
the grocery
yeah.
store and with your mom or your dad, and you're just looking at the National Enquirer, and it's like, OJ, guilty, secret wife, and all this other stuff. And then it's got like a body bag on the front of it and all this other shit. Dude, those magazines were pretty wild. Those tabloids,
Good old days.
man, we need something. Dude, do you think the internet is like a beefed up version of a tabloid now?
Yeah. I would say that's very accurate.
Oh, they're talking about how they were talking about this last week, and I didn't mention it.
What?
How your watch is 3/4 of the way up your wrist.
Yeah, because it slides around and bangs around and all that stuff.
Why
So
don't you take a couple links out of it?
I'm afraid I'm not going to break it.
No, you don't do it. You take it to a watch person.
I know, but I feel like with my skill set, which is vast and varied.
Oh, that's a 10 bomb. Thank you, Epic.
Whoa, got a 10. Perfect 10. Perfect 10 pizza maker. But yeah, so the show, you're right. Yeah, it kind of stunk, dude. It really did.
It was, especially that last. I might have to change that. That it was supposed to be. I guess it works for video games. It doesn't work very well for Like a podcast? Yeah,
What?
because it's gonna keep doing that.
It's getting really fucking annoying, honestly. It's
Well,
I'm starting to think I'm crazy.
I'll turn it off. Jeez Louise.
All right. Well, thank you, Jared, for having some compassion. Something we didn't know he had here on the Mad
I hear
Scientist.
voices in my head. They talk.
I don't want to.
They talk to me.
But what do you think this means for?
I guess I'm about to reevaluate those. So.
What do you think this means for Nick Fury as a character moving forward? Just after watching the show where he's making
going to Saber and he's gonna go live up there now.
yeah,
forever and ever.
it's so anticlimactic. Then he's making out with an alien.
Yeah,
that was
that was
kinda
weird.
hot.
That was weird.
Now I don't know
Because I was thinking, I was like, her teeth. He's gonna cut his lip or some shit.
And
Plus, like, who knows what kind of.
I think I was more shocked at Samuel L. Jackson making out with somebody, whether it's like
I
a
wasn't
human.
shocked about that.
I
He
don't know. I
doesn't
don't
do
think
a
I've
lot
ever
of
seen-
romantic scenes.
No. So it was different for me. I was like, oh my god, he's a person with feelings who loves an alien, like a green person. You know, the Skrulls, I believe it. Yeah, what they're called, and then they live in Russia. Okay, because of the radiation from all the old power plants and nuclear warheads and stuff, and it just, it just wasn't cool. Now that, just not a fan, not a fan. But if you guys have watched The Secret Invasion on Disney Plus, I would check it out. Would you recommend it?
And
No,
the
if
other-
you haven't watched it, fucking don't. Save your time.
You don't really need to watch.
No.
To be honest, the only thing that you get from it is now
A
the
headache.
Skrulls have Avenger powers. At least.
Oh,
one of
right.
them
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
They didn't
Dragon
explain
Queen.
that whole big room. I guess those are a bunch of people who've been replaced
Yeah.
Right.
by Skrulls. Now they're killing all the Skrulls. I was watching one of the new Rockstars things, and they were saying like that prime minister that got killed.
Yeah.
If you notice, she didn't change, so she might have already been swapped out, and they killed the wrong person.
Yeah. I thought that's clearly what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say this for a Marvel show, in general, it was pretty violent, especially the like with all the guns and
they said this is the first one that it's gonna be. I don't want to say it's gonna be more of that from now on, but that they've introduced it now, so like you can't be surprised from here on out that if you see more of it.
No, and I wasn't mad at it, but
No,
I
I'm
was
not
like,
saying,
yeah.
but I'm just explaining what the premise behind it, I guess.
All right, well that's cool. But then Sam Jackson, and spoiler alert, not like you guys are gonna watch this after we told you not to anyway. Just walks into the hospital wing. President's laying on the bed, and he's like, "You have to pick between me and Don Cheadle." And you know,
What the fuck you just call him? What the fuck?
And who?
Don
No,
Cheadle?
don't try to act like don't try to point at us.
Cheadle.
You see this guy? You see what he's doing right now? He's
He's
like,
trying to
no,
sound
you see what I did there?
Yeah.
Hey guys, you see I fucked up there on purpose.
Yeah, I did.
And honestly, man, speaking of Don Cheadle, I wanted to say, like, what a wasted performance by someone who I generally think is a very good actor. He was just mailing it in this whole show. Like, I felt like Sam Jackson kind of mailed it in too.
What we can talk about, the other thing that we found out also, and they really probably didn't really work this into the story from the beginning, but we now know that Don Cheadle was switched out, or Rhodey was switched out.
Wait, what?
During Civil War
Mm-hmm.
when he was going into the MRI machine.
So that's been a minute.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
So
The
yeah,
Skrull has been around for a long time.
yeah. So is it really?
So maybe he is Don Cheadle now.
No, the one that they just pulled out is the real one.
Yeah, I know. That's
Oh.
and then they're like, you've been in here a long time,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah. So I was just like, oh shit, like that's
But he said no. He asked him, "How long have you been here?" He was like, "I don't know."
dude. I will say this.
At least 6 crappy episodes
I think the official year was 2016.
for Civil War.
Well,
That's-
I'm
yeah.
talking about MCU years. I don't know if
Right.
the movie came out in that, but
I believe it did, yeah.
because now we're starting to go in toward 2024 and 2025.
What phase are we in now?
5, I believe.
5. Okay. All right. I'm just waiting for the next big and we talked about this a little bit last week. Like the next big.
I'm gonna see if
Oomph.
I can get it bigger, Epic. I do like that one also. I'm gonna get some made. I'm gonna get some good emotes made.
I'm ready for the next big movie, like big movie, like that really just kind of catapults these phase 4 and early phase 5s and you know.
Well, the problem is like I was reading something about like, oh, they're gonna do Avengers again. I'm like, with who? We lost our best characters. That's why.
They're setting up Young Avengers, but with all the younger. Well, what's her name?
Captain Marvel.
No. Well, a couple of them, like Kamala might be in there. I bet you didn't watch Mrs. Marvel, did you? That's the one with Kamala.
No.
They're from Pakistan, and
No.
oh yeah, that was actually some people hated on it because it was a girl, but I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, I think their original plan to do the next phase of the Avengers, I'm sure Black Panther was going to be a big part of that. And I feel like him dying, to me, just basically killed that. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying about the Young Avengers. That was one of the ones that I forgot. T'Challa's son is supposed to be part of the Young Avengers thing.
yeah, I'm over it now. Like, I didn't see the new Wakanda Forever or whatever. Like, I'm sorry. To me, that died with Chadwick Boseman. And
No, we all agree on that.
now, if you want to reboot it.
I think everybody agrees on that. Even most people from the MCU world, I think they would tend to agree with you on that. Because that movie, I didn't really. I think I talked about it here. I didn't like that movie at all. I just felt like it was like putting basically black and brown people against each other.
It was just a big cash grab.
Jesus Christ.
No,
It was just a
weird.
cash grab.
Yeah. It was like, oh, we did it once before. We can just go ahead and do the same thing again. But now we lost the main guy. Now we have to fill in all this other stuff and make it still an epic movie, which they still gave it some good battles and all that. But it was just, I don't know, it was too much.
Now, if they want to reboot it a few years down the road and have someone else play the character,
Nah.
I'm fine with that. You got to give it a few years, but it's not like the Black Panther character just has to die forever.
That's like when they keep remaking all these Supermans. There's still only one Superman.
Yeah, it's
Christopher Reeve, baby.
Yep. Yeah. There's really only, and I would say I know I might be kind of. This is a hot take right now. With Chadwick Boseman dying as the Black Panther, I'm thinking like in terms of a character and a continuation of a story arc. I kind of look at it like Brandon Lee and The Crow, to a degree.
I don't think there was supposed to be a sequel to that, though, was there?
There is a sequel to it. If Brandon Lee was going to be in it, I would think so. It's The Crow, The City of Angels, I think. That's the name of the second one.
Yeah.
But I look at it like, you create this great foundation with, like, the original character.
Wait, so
Everybody
Brandon Lee
loves him.
died filming the original?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was killed with a prop gun, I think.
That's good. Yeah, by Alec Baldwin. Oh, wait, no, that was somebody else.
I
Unfortunately.
was going to use that one, too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I was going to go a little bit deeper than you, though.
Oh, man.
It was just Alec Baldwin. He went back in time.
Yeah.
I got you, you bastard.
No, but if you really think about it, when you get such a beloved character loved by everybody, and then it's swapped out with like a different person, it is so hard to re-engage and capture that magic. Put it this way: it's like if we watched, it's like if there was a Terminator movie, and there is without Arnold Schwarzenegger, being like I wouldn't say the lead role or just being in it in some capacity.
Right.
I mean, could you
It's
see?
called Salvation. It sucks,
I thought it was okay.
but it doesn't feel like Terminator.
And that's because Arnold is only in it for like 8 seconds
Yeah.
when he's.
But at
like,
least it was a great cameo. But yeah.
Haley Khan, we'll get to that in a second. I haven't really paid attention much to it, but keep going.
No, but for any major media character, and I'll use another good example before we move on. Is Metal Gear Solid. Okay.
Wait, what? How did we get to Metal Gear Solid?
Because I'm talking about like beloved characters that are no longer played by the same people, or they use
We
somebody
talking
else.
about a video game?
Hold on.
There's
yeah.
no whoa.
Well, yeah, hold on. Hear me out.
This is not the same thing.
It is to a degree.
Here's the tracks and here's the train. Okay.
Yeah, like wait. Okay, so
Oh,
go
Jesus.
ahead. Explain your theory here.
So Metal Gear Solid 1, right, is beloved by many gaming fans around the world.
Snake.
Solid Snake, right? So Metal Gear Solid 2 comes out. Mighty anticipation.
Yeah.
You play Solid Snake for a good hour,
Right.
and then he's gone.
I do remember this. Yeah.
And you
Over
play
20
this
years ago,
Yeah. you play this new character by the name of Raiden, okay, and everybody's like,
It
what
looked
the
very like, Japanese-esque, like anime, like with his blonde hair and everything.
yeah, and everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I mean, I don't want to say it was like, what the fuck are you doing? I like that game because of the style of the game. Like when I'm actually playing, and I don't care about the cutscenes and all that. I just care about like the style and sneaking around and turning it into a box and that type of shit.
Oh man, gotta love the box suit.
So
Tactical
like that,
espionage.
as long as the
action.
story is still good, I don't think that any of that matters.
No, but that's where I was gonna kind of go back on what I'm saying. Well, not go back,
But this is different when it's people, when it's actual people.
Yeah.
I know, and that's why I'm saying it's a little out there. But I'm just saying from like a fan of like a character in general, it's like, oh, we love this guy, and then you just take him away from us. However, Metal Gear Solid 2 still has an incredible, to Jared's credit, story. Overall,
It's so old. I used to play it.
Yeah,
And-
everybody played that because there was only a few top games out back then.
Right.
and when I guess a little bit of backlash happened with that with 3 and 4, especially the fourth one, they turned Raiden into this super badass character, and they were like, you know what, you guys thought he was a little whiny bitch, we're gonna make him a super ninja badass, and they did, and so that was just kind of like, I guess on the.
I like how you turn every conversation into either gaming or wrestling.
You know what? And you lost me on this one because it's not wrestling. But I would say, like, what we're talking about with these, iconic comic book characters and being played by different people. I mean, there's some examples where at one point you thought, like, oh, I couldn't imagine anyone else as this character. But then somebody else, like, for example, at one point people thought, the iconic Joker was Jack Nicholson. And some still do, and I'm not saying they're wrong. But a lot of people now think it's Heath Ledger,
It is Heath Ledger. Name a better after. Those two are the top two.
Yeah, to
for
me,
sure.
they're kind of tied, like.
Because they were
I can name the worst.
There were two. Me too. Oh,
Starts with your name.
I know. I said it. I said it before. Matter of fact, you can go to the YouTube Shorts and check it out. I said it.
Yeah, no, I remember this. Yes.
But those are two different styles of movies at the same time.
Very true, and two very different styles of playing the Joker.
Yeah,
and there's been multiple interpretations. The worst of all, Jared
Yeah,
Leto.
yeah.
But also, I
We don't
was
mention his
thinking
name
like,
on here.
who's the one like super iconic comic book character that we have yet to be seen played by more than one person that would feel super crazy to see someone else play them? Is gotta be, anybody know?
Wolverine.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gotta be Wolverine. Like,
No, it's gonna be.
and now he's coming back to do the Deadpool.
I know, but it's gonna happen because
It's obviously because Disney's gonna,
Hugh Jackman can't play that character
forever, and they're gonna start a new X-Men series from scratch at some
Yeah.
point in the next few years.
And now that Bob Iger's back, yeah.
And I will say,
Everything's
he
gonna
actually, speaking of Hugh Jackman, he actually is the longest tenured Marvel character as an actor.
Well, X-Men was the first big Marvel movie.
yeah,
I mean,
Well,
technically Blade was.
We cannot forget that.
Yes.
yeah, because Nick Fury is up there too.
Nick Fury. No, I know that, but Hugh Jackman.
Say the actor
Oh,
play.
I'm saying, okay, Samuel L. Jackson is up there also.
Oh, I know.
So the first movie Jackson played Fury in was Iron Man. Was he?
He was there from the very beginning. Yeah, Iron
Right.
Man was the first one.
Right. So that's 2007. I mean, X-Men 1 was 2000.
Yeah, but that was Fox, and that was from the Disney. I don't know. Either way, he has the. He has one of
I'm
the
sure
records.
he's not. I'm sure he's like second behind him, or
He has one of the records.
So and it's
he's
funny
got the
you
MCU record.
Yeah.
and so
That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
the MCU.
So with that being said, we've kind of gotten to a point where a lot of our favorite guys are getting older and they're kind of moving, like hence Hugh Jackman. I remember when me and you went to go see Logan in theaters.
Man, that's a
I
great
don't
movie.
remember that.
You don't remember going to the movies with your good old pal Jay over here?
Not at all.
I'm actually kind of ashamed and saddened at the same time, but that's okay. Not like my feelings matter. But but I remember us watching that.
What are you on today?
Nothing. I've done nothing. I took a nap.
Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I took a nap. I played a little. And I was going to get to it later, but I will get to it later.
I want to get to some of the chat stuff too.
Yeah. What's up, guys? What
rambling on here.
Well, yeah. What are the guys saying? What's up, guys? What's on your mind?
Haley Khan says, "Have you people seen UAP Congress video on YouTube.
What the hell you mean, you people?
Yeah.
That's why. But they're from England, so I can understand.
Oh, they mean us Yanks.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, I haven't really paid much attention to it because we kind of don't care about what Congress says these days anymore.
Yeah, it's
Or
very
ever.
hard. Yeah, it's very hard, especially living here in the States with the kind of the state of
What up, Ghost Chips?
the economy and the world and just everything happening.
And the mayor's up my ass.
Just like it, I'm sure it is across the pond. Everybody is like so more aware, quote unquote, of everything. That,
I believe the term is woke.
No, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not.
Because
woke
what it
on
means nowadays is not what it actually means.
And so we're kind of, I don't want to say we're desensitized to it. Well, I guess that would be the appropriate word. It's not that we don't care. It's that we know that we've lived here long enough to know that even if we do say something, nothing happens. What's happening?
All right. Sean's just breathing into the mic.
I thought he was behind a bush like, yeah.
All I hear
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. You were watching You recently, my man. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, I got the shirt.
no, but it becomes to a point. It's like when you're a kid and you go to school. Hey, kids, if you vote, you're gonna make a difference in the world. And then you go out and vote,
Well,
and
it's
you're
the
like,
propaganda, bro.
yeah, I know that, and we know that now because
Yeah.
we're more aware of it. But it's like when you're young, you're taught these things. That way, you're
That's why,
quote
and
unquote,
just
programmed.
like we're programmed to think we're the.
We the
A lot of
best.
people are gonna
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, we're programmed to think we're the number one country in the world.
Because this is America.
USA. USA.
We're not doing that, please. We're not doing chants.
Okay, so we won't do chants, but in honor of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
No, I won't turn.
Oh!
All right, sorry. Oh,
Can we get some hoes up in this joint? 200th episode coming soon.
dude, we're gonna shake the world with our 200th episode. I got such a big surprise for Jared. He doesn't even know it's coming.
Oh,
There's a surprise
shit.
Better not have anything to do with wrestling. I'll tell you that right
It's
now.
not. I know you well enough to know that one, you don't like wrestling. Two, you don't like me, which is great.
He
which is
doesn't
fine.
like wrestling, but he's going to come watch SummerSlam for the third year in a row.
Yeah, let's do it. And we're gonna eat pizza, and we're gonna talk about our wieners. Yeah. So
Maybe we could do the pod a little early.
This show's
next week.
going south
no,
already.
it's not. No, never that. Never
South for the winner.
That. Yeah.
A little early this
Let
year.
me get back to this chat. What's going on here? So the other part of that question or that comment was, like all this new stuff surfacing. Like I saw something on TikTok the other day where there was this. It was like a newscast thing. Anybody can do that shit these days. Because I can get some lower thirds from Premiere Pro and put it up, and act like I did a newscast with a good background.
Yeah.
But it was like that. Yeah. So this video, was taken in April of 19, whatever the year was. Probably I think it was the 80s or 90s. And it was like this picture, and I remember this back in like early 2000s. There was this video of this alien, like there was being interviewed by government workers supposedly. But now this shit is popping back up. Like this was really true. Like they had like they actually interviewed an alien.
So you've seen the video. What does this alien look like?
Looks like a gray. You know what a gray is?
Yeah, with the eyeballs and
And
just
the
a slender
yeah,
body
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff.
Like the stereotypical,
Yeah, like the shit you see.
not the scrolls.
No,
not the squirrel.
Thank God.
No,
Yeah.
typical.
Thank God.
What we've always known them to be as.
Yeah, like the little emoji.
Take me
you
to
see.
your leader.
And I mean, if I guess it ingrained in our heads, like the basic form of alien would look like this. I guess for the most part. What's a good movie that I think captures that standard look? I almost kind of want to say Signs to a degree.
I was about to as well, but God, I hate that movie.
You don't like that movie?
I loved it until the end, and the ending
Yeah.
was so god awful.
The ending
Yeah,
was trash.
well,
the
yeah.
ending will kill anything.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan knows how to kill a whole movie with an ending.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? His movies, as popular as they may be, a lot of them aren't really that great.
The only ones I think are great are The Sixth Sense. I think that's the one everybody agrees on. That was his first one. And then I love Unbreakable, but there's a lot of people that don't even love Unbreakable.
Unbreakable was good.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Mr. Glass, dude, Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, that's come on. You got Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson
yeah,
again.
you
Like,
can't. You can't.
those
go
two
wrong.
have great chemistry, man. Like,
Absolutely. No, but I remember I went and watched. I went to the movies with I went with a girl for the first time in my life. It was a long time ago, back in my youth, and we went to go see Lady.
This sounds like the same story you told like a month ago.
No, not
the
at
one
all.
date you went on.
No,
he's
not the
been on
one
two.
date I went on. This
oh.
was one of the other dates I went on.
All right, my man's a pimp.
Trying, dude. That's why I got this watch 3/4 up the way up my wrist.
Yeah,
but
these
anyway,
bitches ain't shit.
yeah. So, but we went to go see Lady in the Water, which is
Oh,
a very.
I've never seen it.
It's a weird ass movie. There's a guy that has like a normal arm, and then he's got like a giant buff arm, like he's like been whacking it too. Yeah. Like his arm is strong from whacking it. And dude, I'm telling you, that's the first thing that unfortunately came to my mind. Maybe I'm a pervert. Or I don't know.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100.
You've talked first of all, you've talked about whacking it 3 times, and you've talked about buttholes 3 times within the span of less than in about a half an hour.
A half an hour. So that's in about 5-minute
butthole
increments.
action.
Yeah, 5 minutes
too much.
per.
If you like butthole action, stay tuned to the Mad Science Lab.
Hell yeah.
No,
but
please leave if you like that shit.
It made no. It was just such a weird fucking movie, dude.
Yeah,
And then like
I'm
the
sure.
pool in the apartment complex was like a portal to another world or some shit.
It seemed too weird for me. and-
It's definitely a very out there
Wait a
movie.
minute, hold up. The Stranger Things is a similar type thing.
I understand.
I'm sure
it,
it's
but Stranger
executed a
Things
lot
is
better,
also
though.
a billion times better. than
yeah, I'm
this
sure
shit.
it's much better executed, and I don't even watch that.
And
but.
I would say for our benefit of the doubt, they use so many nostalgic references that we love to death that
Have
we're
you seen-
captivated immediately.
Have you seen The Village by M. Night Shyamalan?
I actually like that.
yeah,
but
I like it too. Most people despise it. But
No, I don't despise it, but I would say towards the end, spoiler alert, when she was running through the woods, I
Right.
was like, I know what's about to happen.
Right,
So I kind of
right.
called the ending maybe
Right.
5 minutes
yeah,
before.
Yeah, no, I think that's like.
And you find out the village is just like some fucking camp in the modern world.
Yeah.
And it's like, these people don't live in the 1700s or 18 or whatever year you think it is with their, churning butter and baking of the bread on the
Yeah.
stone fire or whatever it is. It's like, no, it's 2005 and, they're just like in some sort of biodome, if that, to a degree, so to speak.
So when they need help, send the blind girl, and she'll have no clue.
Yeah. Shit,
She's
I
like, What's
forgot.
that noise?
Dude, and then she climbed over the fence, and then there was a car, and I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, shit. I was like, I knew it.
Yeah.
But I will say that is one of the better plot twists in his movies. Let me ask you this, Shawn, because I know Jared definitely hasn't watched it. Are you a fan of Avatar, the cartoon, The Last Airbender?
Oh, no, I am not.
Have you ever
Sorry.
watched it?
I've seen it, yes.
And you just don't care for it?
I was a grown man when that shit came out.
Yeah, so I know. I understand that. But as somebody, me personally, who will like any good cartoon or anime or fighting style, whatever it is.
Yeah, I was doing shit. I didn't have time to watch it.
And
I was slaying some pussy.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
maybe.
Yeah.
I think I was in the Marine Corps when that shit came out.
Slaying some America.
By that, I mean strangling my neighbor's cat.
No, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Welcome to murder.com. No, but so I think the cartoon's okay. Maybe it is because we are older and I didn't get into it at a younger age. But I also know that M. Night Shyamalan put out the Avatar movie.
yeah.
I saw that movie. That
And,
was
then,
trash.
and everybody said it was god awful. Like it is like one of the worst reviewed
Bruh.
movies ever.
And this is already established. We know he's trash.
He did make, what's that one with the schizo dude? Split. That was good.
That was
good.
good. Yeah.
So
but then when they made the one with
Wait, Split or Sliver? No, Sliver was a different
remember
one.
they did Split and Unbreakable together? That movie sucked, unfortunately. I was so hyped for it.
Well,
what was
it
it
was
called?
supposed to be that way. There was comic books. There were characters.
Right. What was the movie called?
it was
Glass.
I think it was
yeah,
Glass.
yeah,
I think it was,
yeah.
it was called Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the opposite
Yeah.
of the other one.
It sucked.
No, it wasn't Glass.
Yeah, it
Wait,
was.
no, the first
Yeah.
one was Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with all three of them is Glass.
Okay.
And it was so disappointing.
And so what I'm sure we all know at this point is either he's going to make a pretty damn good movie
Or
or
it's gonna
just
be god-awful.
It's going to stink.
He's like that guy that's going to strike out like 7 out of 10 times, but when he makes contact, it's going over the fence, baby.
To all the people who don't know baseball,
It's a pretty, if you don't know baseball, it's still a pretty simple reference. You strike out a lot or you hit a home run. Who doesn't get that?
Yeah, but bro, okay. All I'm saying is not everybody in the chat is from America.
I understand, but I feel like I still understand what a goal is, and I don't watch soccer except for our great USA women. Let's go, girls.
They are still in it.
Yeah, although they fucking tied.
Yeah.
They tied.
But
That's why I hate soccer.
It's the first round, and even if they lost, they still would have been in.
Just at least, like, we can't just do some
And yeah. Now that I think about it, shout out to Londa. That was a good game. U.S. women versus the Netherlands.
I dug the peach uniforms of the Netherlands.
That's what they always wear.
I'm not saying they don't.
Hey, Londa,
not that I know.
Londa, explain real quick why the flag the country's flag colors are red, white, and blue,
and they wear orange.
Yeah, but orange is like the thing. Is that? Can you explain that to us so we know and not sound like ignorant Americans?
And they wear orange in the World Baseball Classic too.
They wear it everywhere.
Right.
That's their color.
See, they play baseball in other places, by the way, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Man. Let's go. So, Londa's explaining to us why they wear orange. I would think it would be potentially after some animal, maybe like a bird. I always want to say a bird just because birds are like an abundance of colors.
Now, to explain to the people who don't know baseball, so a strikeout is when there's 3 strikes, okay? You can swing and miss.
They know that, but, bro, when y'all are killing me today.
That's what we aim to do.
When you say making contact, that's kind of like a slang word for the sport.
I think it's
Or
understandable.
you could just say hit the ball or...
When you make contact with the ball. How about that?
Okay, fine, but I still... I don't know. I would think...
I'm not saying you're wrong. I cater to Americans. No offense, foreign people. Even though you're not foreign where you are, we're the foreigners. With our American accents.
Just like that, this was the final episode of the Mad Scientist Lab.
No, and just like that is the reboot of Sex in the City, which is better than Secret Invasion.
Dude.
And you're welcome for the trivia answer the other night, since I know Sex in the City.
Welcome me, because I didn't even want to play. I wasn't going to go.
Miranda's son is named Brady. I knew it.
Oh, of course. You would know that. Brady.
Yeah, of course. I know all things Brady.
See,
Tom Brady is an American football quarterback.
Yeah, he's known globally around the world. Well, I met a customer, since we're talking about famous people. I met a customer yesterday by the name of Michael Jackson. And I said, hey, man. I said, have you ever gotten those jokes?
Is it a bald black guy?
Of course he got those fucking jokes.
Yeah, he did. I knew. I just had to ask. I was just being a smart ass.
I know a guy named Michael Jackson.
And yes, he was.
Bald, yeah?
He was bald. He said, yeah, I
Does he
still
kind of talk like this, RJ?
No, he didn't. He was actually a pretty cool guy. He was like, yeah, man, I get it all the time. And I will tell you, if there was one artist I wish I could have seen in concert, it would have been Michael Jackson. Absolutely, 100%. Dude, you would see RJ like you've never seen him before, dude. Like, I'd have my hat on with my glove that I keep in my room that you've never seen, nor will ever see.
I'd say he's the greatest performer in music history. Like,
absolutely.
When you combine just the musical talent with the showmanship and everything and the dancing, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that is somebody I would love to have seen.
The kid touch, all right, maybe not that part.
Oh, but, Jesus Christ, dude. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just saying.
Nobody's perfect, you know?
Well,
like,
I understand
he was
that.
great at a lot of other things, just not keeping his hands off little boys.
Which he was found not guilty for.
Was he? No, I believe he paid off out of court to avoid going to court, which usually indicates guilt.
You never know. You just never know.
I mean, if you say Shawn touched my penis and I know I didn't touch your penis, I'm not going to pay you money to avoid court.
What about, like, from a publicity standpoint?
It's going to be worse publicity that you paid somebody, because now we just all, most people at least, believe that Michael Jackson did do these things. Because also, there's been tons of stuff that's come out that it's just like, there's too much for it not to be true. Like, too many, it's like these 9/11 conspiracies. Too many people would have had to coordinate their stories and everything. Like, no, the man was a nasty fucking pervert. But it is what it is. He made great music. And he's dead anyways, so.
That is correct. That is correct.
Y'all want to hear the reason why they wear orange?
I do.
We
actually.
do, yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay, so the leader of the Netherlands a few centuries ago, Williamus van Orange.
Mm.
So the color, Dutch sports, when women and men often wear orange because of that. The flag used to be orange, red, and blue.
Oh, okay.
But he said he read recently that the color was changed from orange to red because ships at sea couldn't see and distinguish between. But he said that's a rumor
Makes sense.
that he just read a few months ago.
Oh man, I would have never thought of something like that, honestly. But that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
you think about the sky, it can get a little orangey.
Yeah, exactly. From far away,
Yeah.
or you might just see. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Red
No.
is a lot more noticeable, a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, red and. But then you think about it, blue against the blue ocean.
Not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, how do you dictate that? I mean, really, but that actually a pretty.
I wanted to steer this away from nonsense.
Nah, we're not nonsense.
Hey, ships steering.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if my name was Dick, I would find a guy named Tate, and we would do a podcast called The Dictatorship.
What? The
Dick and
dictatorship.
Tate, The Dictatorship.
The only Tates I like are tater tots. Just saying.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean,
Come on,
That's a
Napoleon.
good question. What's your favorite way of making potatoes, or having potatoes? I should say, because neither one of you make anything. Well, you might. I doubt he does.
I'm still fortunate enough. I can cook.
Fortunate enough.
I've literally been
What do you mean
employed as a
fortunate
cook,
enough?
by
What
the
does
way.
that mean?
so-
Fortunate enough to what?
Oh, nothing. That I come home and my mom's like, "Hey, I made this, I made that," and it's not like I can't cook for myself.
Oh,
I can cook. I'm gonna cook you a meal.
Do
Jared.
potato chips
I don't
count?
I really don't believe you.
I'm gonna cook Jared a meal.
Aside from, aren't you the one that said you don't know how to make eggs?
I do know how to make eggs.
You literally just throw it in a pan.
I could have sworn you said you didn't know how to make, or somebody didn't.
Crack it.
Yeah.
in a pan.
You crack it, throw it in a pan. Flip
Yeah,
it. Do
yeah.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think.
I mean, I'm a fat ass. It's either French fries or potato chips.
I would say my favorite way to eat a potato, I'm gonna have to go with mashed, man. I'm gonna have to go with mashed.
Mashed potatoes are really good, especially when they're done right.
Yeah, they got to be done right.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
of
got to be
course.
done right.
Yeah. Nobody
I don't
likes,
want no chunky shit.
Yeah.
I want creamy and buttery with some garlic, and then we might as well load it up with bacon and sour cream and
if it is
scallions.
not a mashed potato, it is definitely a baked potato.
just
and
load that one too.
Just simply because I feel it is, and this is not knocking chips or French fries, but I feel it is like the proper way to eat a potato, if that makes any sense.
You know what? All right, I got a sleeper pick here.
This guy said the proper way.
Scalloped potatoes.
Oh,
Ooh, that's good shit, baby.
scalloped potatoes are good. I mean, potatoes in general are really like an art form if you really think about
I'm not
it.
going that far, but
You don't think potatoes are an art form?
never in my life have I really thought that. But you might be opening my mind here, RJ.
I'm just
so
saying, like, I think
potatoes are an art form.
just like any, well, I wouldn't say any, but there are a lot of different fruits or vegetables out there that you can use for a multitude of things, whether it's a side, whether it's just a part of the combination. But potatoes are distinct because you can just prepare them in so many different ways. It's like if I cut a cucumber, we have slices of cucumber. Yeah.
You got one in my pants.
Yeah. We're not going to slice it, though, because that sounds painful.
That would hurt. Yeah.
Well, we'll look at a tomato. What else can you do with a tomato besides make sauce with it?
Throw it at people's windows.
I don't think I'm going to do that. Depends on who it is. But like a potato is so universally loved, and it is I don't want to say it's the only one, but it's the only one I could think of that you can just make it in an abundance of ways, and it's always good. But to your guys' credit, mashed potatoes do have to be prepared in a certain manner. You don't like that, like you said, that like you pick it up and it's like you're scooping snow. Like out of not the soft snow,
right?
Like the chunky, like
yeah,
it's got
that
some
side
ice
of the
around
road
them.
snow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you lift it up and it's just like a rock shaped formation kind of thing. So so potatoes, we're very big on those here. Me personally, and I would like to say for both of these gentlemen as well. So definitely, mashed.
I didn't say mashed was the fucking final one.
No, so what is yours, Jared? What is
Hash
yours?
browns.
Oh man, dude, I didn't even fucking think of that.
But once again, got to be done right. And there's different styles of hash browns.
You're right. The style that I prefer
I like.
is the pan style. Well, you can bake them too, but I like shredded, which I heard that some people don't like. From other places, don't like it. It looks mangled or whatever. It has to be in this neat little package, but I like it shredded, and then some salt, some pepper. I use olive oil instead of butter. Well, maybe butter, probably butter instead. And just put it in the pan, crisp that golden brown. Put a little ketchup on top of that bad boy.
Yeah, and you're good. That's actually how I make mine on Sunday mornings. Tomorrow morning, hopefully. Yay! But you said some people don't like it because it looks mangled. It doesn't look neat.
Yeah, I just heard that earlier today.
I mean, I guess. I mean, when it comes to food, I like for anybody who's taking a cooking class like myself.
And even if you cook hash browns like that, if you do it right, it won't look mangled and out of place.
Yeah, you got to be fucking something up really bad, dude. Because
I love McDonald's hash browns.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Good
dude.
shit.
Dude, I will not lie to you. I could probably eat like 3 or 4 of those. Like, no problem.
I barely ever get them now because usually when I get breakfast, I just get sandwiches, but plural. Yes, I said sandwiches, plural. Okay. But, yeah, no, I need to get hash browns again. I just forget, like,
no,
it's
man.
good shit.
I always make sure, because I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel kind of guy, that when I get my bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, I get at least 2 hash browns with it. At least 2. Minimum 2. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll get 3. But
You ever put hash brown in the sandwich?
You know what's crazy? As smart as that sounds, I've never even thought of doing that.
It's like putting potato chips on a sub.
Which is also a very great
It's
thing
fun.
to do.
I was reading this thing recently because they're talking about how McDonald's in some places they've been testing these jalapeno McMuffins.
That sounds like a fucking ass ripper.
Yeah, it is. But I love the jalapeno bacon cheeseburger. But anyways,
Jeez.
I
can only imagine your bathroom looks like.
It's actually very clean. And
I've been in there before. It's pretty clean.
yeah,
I won't lie to
we've
you.
both been in there, right?
You know, I need a machine gun sound here.
Dude,
gross.
no, but
they were also testing in some places breakfast sandwiches that came with a hash brown in it. And the funny part was basically the reason they said they weren't going to take it nationwide is because the guy said, like, oh, because they'd sell too many. Like, I guess they're just like, it would create too much demand and they'd run out. But it's like, we don't need to do it anyways. If you have half a brain,
First of all,
just put it in the sandwich yourself.
This ain't no Popeye's chicken sandwich, so fucking come down off your high horse.
Oh, man, that craziness.
dude, isn't that crazy? That was a thing.
No, we're not going to talk about
I
it,
know, but
RJ.
it
We
was
beat that horse dead plenty of times.
I still can't believe that was a thing. What a time!
I still never had one.
You've never had one. Wow.
Not
And
one.
now they got different ones. Like they got like a buffalo one. They got a bacon cheese one. I haven't had those. I just like the original spicy.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
The original is good.
I just haven't had Popeyes lately.
I haven't had Popeyes in a minute, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
with
been
you.
a while. I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna order some tomorrow.
Yeah, I do prefer it over KFC.
Definitely.
We sound
definitely.
like real Americans right now.
Because we are. No, but I was gonna go back to your jalapeno infused bun.
Well, I don't think that's what it was, but that sounds good too.
So
I love a jalapeno bagel.
So do you think? Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. Cream cheese and everything. Anyway, do you think jalapenos in general, are the quintessential American
no,
side?
because it's not American. Next question.
Good point.
I know it's not American.
Hold on. What's the difference between Popeyes and KFC? Anybody want to take that question?
But KFC's too dry, in my opinion.
Like, assuming someone who's never had Popeyes.
Popeyes, I just think is a lot more flavorful and it's spicier, and it's just like I think the big thing is I don't like dry chicken, and I think KFC tends to be kind of dry, and the Popeyes is more juicy.
You know, I would have to agree with that. I've never been a KFC guy. Reason being is because KFC
Their chicken is fake.
Who, Popeyes?
No,
KFC.
All
Yeah, I
of it's
know.
fake,
Well,
really, but-
and maybe that's why. But when I was a kid, on occasion, my mom would go there. On occasion.
I loved it when it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. Motherfuckers don't know about that shit. That's how
Okay.
old I am.
Yeah.
Now there used
And
to
the
be,
recipe was better because back then Kentucky Fried Chicken, that shit was fire.
everything used to be better, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Like,
all food.
Yeah.
Taco Bell was
They
better.
don't try
Taco
anymore.
Bell was a lot,
Like,
and I'm not a Taco Bell guy, but
oh, I'm a Taco Bell guy.
Oh.
Volcano menu's back, baby.
so before I get to the thing I want
That's
to
what your
talk
butt is gonna do.
dude, volcanic
Volcano.
eruption.
Yeah.
That's why I have a seatbelt on my toilet.
When I got home, strap yourself in.
Yeah, buckle up.
Dude. No, so when I got home last night from work, I walk in the house, I was talking to my mom and I was, telling her about my day, blah, blah, blah. And she had bought some DiGiorno frozen pizza. She had left me 2 slices out.
It wasn't delivery?
No,
Oh,
it was
man.
DiGiorno.
No, you see why this guy's a comedian.
I know. It was.
Well, you didn't. You I set it up. You didn't let him finish it.
Yeah. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
But now he has to repeat the joke. Now the joke doesn't work.
It wasn't great to be.
It wasn't supposed to be great.
Anyway, so I come home. My mom is pretty bland when it comes to pizza, So it was just a few slices of cheese. So I ate them, and I was talking to her, and the conversation came up, and she said, "Hey, apparently they're closing a lot of Pizza Huts in the area
Because nobody's going to him.
No, and you're right. And then I thought about it to your credit when you were talking about like how everything was better back then.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, I mean, was
Pizza Hut
kind
was
of
my
way
favorite.
better.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the premier place to
That
go
was
get a pie.
my favorite pizza in the whole fucking world, bro. Especially when I was younger. And then somewhere along, I mean, they're still good. The crust is still good, I think. But don't order one for delivery because it's gonna be fucked.
I have ordered a cup. I think I've ordered 3 times since they brought back the big New Yorker.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like the closest you're gonna get to old Pizza Hut. But yeah, it's still not.
Yeah,
the
but it's
same.
not the crispy.
Right.
It's not the crispy buttery deep dish like they used to have.
It's better than
yeah,
regular Pizza Hut, but yeah, exactly.
Got that nice
Now,
golden brown flake to it. Yeah.
I'll tell you the disappointment of disappointments. When I was in Orlando a month ago, I saw a dine-in Pizza Hut, and I was like,
Oh yeah, there's
whoa.
not many of them left.
I was like, well, holy shit, man! I'm gonna
Oh, that was on International Drive.
yeah.
Yeah. I
it's
almost
not-
went in there because I saw
oh
that shit.
no, it's not. It's a trap, man. Because you go in, and no, it's not like the old ones where you sit down, you get a waiter. The pizza comes out in those pans.
The
you
hot
know?
fucking hot ass pan. You
Yeah.
touch that shit right away, you're gonna
That
burn yourself.
iron cast skillet. Yeah, yeah.
No, instead, you just go up to the counter like a normal Pizza Hut. You make your order, and then however long later, they're just going to call out, like, Jared, and you go up there, your pizza's in a box. They give you some paper plates, and you go sit down and eat it. Like, as soon as I saw that, I said, fuck this.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
the
out of
same.
here.
Hey, but it's crazy you brought that up. That was going to be my whole point, is that Pizza Hut was, and I agree too, was like the premier pizza experience as a kid.
That was a
Yeah,
big treat.
as far as not knowing any better.
Of
Right.
course, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
I mean, we're not supposed to go in here and know all the types of great pizzas in the world, but you go in, you got your arcade machine, you got your fundraiser tickets from school or your Scholastic Book Fair stuff where, hey, you read enough books, you get a free pizza.
You fucking youngin.
I am younger than you, so yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
Keep
That
going.
is but it stinks because when I lived when we lived down yonder many years ago, there's a Pizza Hut right in front of the good old Dale City Bowling Alley.
Down yonder, then he says, bullet alley.
I like to leave little breadcrumbs around.
Kingstown movie theater. I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, my bad. My
Little
bad. about that.
callback.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
and so I remember on my off days, not all the time, but on my off days, I would drive down there. I would actually drive down there so I didn't have to pay delivery and all this stuff. And you go inside, and it's one of the only ones in this area that still had the dine-in seating.
Yeah.
And every time I
I've
went
eaten
in
there before.
every time I went in there, and normally I'd go in early afternoon.
They still have a Long John Silver's there.
Dude.
I don't know if it's still there.
Dude,
I'm
what-
good on
you're,
that.
You're talking about Barnacle Boy, dude. Like
I was
seriously.
always Team Arthur Treacherous, baby.
Dude.
the fuck is Arthur Treacherous?
It was just another seafood place.
No, the other one was Captain D's. That was the other.
I'm not. You know what? Moving on.
Of course, because you can't have a conversation without it going towards something like that.
Something sexual.
Captain D's was a seafood place similar to.
And what did they serve at Captain D's?
Fucking seafood, motherfucker.
Did any of
Done
it
for it.
perhaps
The
have
immaturity
like
is killing me.
Some nuts. Anyway, no, but I used to go in there and I would sit there and look at it while I waited. I sat down in the one lone chair in the corner, waiting for my pizza.
Loser.
I know, and it's like, man, it's just like one of those things that it was just kind of sad to see. It's like, man, I know nobody comes in here and sits down anymore. Like, and it's just kind of sad to see that.
I used to get so excited when my parents or my grandma would take me to Pizza Hut. Yeah. Like, it was a big deal.
And then my mom said, hey, all these places are closing. And it's like, whoa. I was like, shit, man. I mean, it's kind of a thing of the past.
This is similar to what we were talking about the movie theaters. Like, everything has become this one package of corporate shit now. And it's like, it's what is it called? Like a kit, like you buy a kit and you put it together, and now you have this thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to say franchise because not everybody's a franchise, because Amazon's not a franchise.
It's like a one-size-fits-all.
Not one individual person owns each Whole Foods or Amazon Fresh. Amazon owns that whole shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
They're
there's
not
no such thing.
franchised.
Yeah, there's no such thing as the normal person can just have a business, even if it's partly owned by a bigger business.
Yeah.
Anymore. It's just like, oh nope, we're big enough. We can just fucking buy everything up and fucking here, y'all just fucking take what we fucking give you.
And it stinks, man, because do you know what the worst part is? I don't want to say it's going to get worse, but it ain't going back. And I will tell you this, and I will tell you,
it would take a major collapse in everything for it to go back.
I will tell you this, as and I think especially me and Shawn, as pizza connoisseurs and people who have done that,
They're killing small businesses in America.
They are. I know that when I come into your previous place of business, and I sit down with my mom, and we have some lunch, maybe a slice or two or a salad, and you got the old Godfather music playing and all that stuff. And you got the old vending machine or a soda machine or whatever. What I'm saying is stuff like that is very rare nowadays to go down and do something like that. I mean, that place, your place in particular.
It creates a mood and atmosphere and I think one thing, like, you look at like a lot of fast food places, but let's just say McDonald's in particular. If you look at what the dining room, the inside of McDonald's looks like now compared to like when we were kids, it's like they don't want you there. Like, it looks so just dull and dead, and like, who wants to sit here and have a meal? Like, but back in like the 90s, and even like 20 years ago, like, it was like, oh, it looked like a fun place, like.
I remember we used to go skip school at the McDonald's across the street from our local high school.
This is why they did it. They don't want you skipping school there anymore.
Probably. We are the reason the way McDonald's look the way they do. But you can go in there, you could sit down. Even when I worked there in high school, at the one down at the bottom of the hill, that's what I like to call it, the bottom of the hill. And it just had a different vibe. It's got the old tile brown floors, and it's got the old arch chairs and all that stuff. Now you go in and everything is gray and black and white, and it looks corporate.
I can't wait to get the fuck out of there.
And it stinks because, as I don't eat a lot of McDonald's anymore in general, but if I were to go, put it this way, if I was on a road trip and I wanted to take maybe a half-hour break or whatever to stretch my legs, take a piss, whatever, grab a bite, I know that most of these places, I don't want to sit down and eat in them. I'd rather eat in my car because that's how unpleasant it is.
Just sit there, put the radio on. It's so rare, unless I'm with somebody. Like, I really hate, like, eating inside a fast food restaurant. I did do this recently when I went to see Mission Impossible. I went to Taco Bell after to get my beloved volcano menu, which is great. Yeah. And I ate it there because, Taco Bell does not travel well. It was entertaining because there was, like, some shenanigans going on inside where I was trying to figure out the whole time what the hell was going on. But, like,
what was happening?
These gypsies were, like, arguing, negotiating with an employee. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I know they're trying to scam her because I know these fuckers. Like, these fuckers like would come to Johnny's and eat like everything but one slice, and then be like, "Oh, this pizza's bad. I don't want to pay for it."
It's crazy. Unfortunately, I have experienced this as well in my pizza life. I not all the time, very rare this happened, but I did on one occasion have a woman come into my shop. They had ordered, I think, 2 large pizzas, just very simple stuff, cheese and like some vegetables, nothing crazy. And she comes in a little while afterwards with the box, opens it up. There's a slice or 2 left in it. And they were like, "Hey, this pizza made my son sick. Can I have another one?" And I was like, "No."
You ate too much of it.
Yeah. And I told him, I told her no. I was like, "No." I was like, if you're saying it's nasty, why do you want another one? You know what I mean?
That's a great point too. Yes.
Yeah. So, and then I asked her politely. I said, "No, ma'am." She threw a little bit of a fit and left, and all this other stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, some people are like that, and it stinks. But back to the whole.
Your vape looks like an old cell phone, by the way.
Because I am an old cell phone. I'm a cellular tower. 5G. Cellular tower. There we go. 5Gs. But yeah, the fast food experience is not what it used to be, especially when it comes to a place like Pizza Hut, where it was like the Marvel place to go. Just saying.
I'll never forget one night my grandma took me Pizza Hut. Remember, they used to have a buffet, and I ate so much. I still remember waking up at 3 a.m. to hurl, but it was still a joyous night, baby. Like,
what did you eat?
A fuck ton of pizza.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
I probably ate at least a whole pizza.
Hey man, you gotta train yourself somehow.
And that's where it all started, folks.
Isn't that not how you're supposed to eat a pizza? Like, eat the whole pie?
I swear, like, in high school, like, my dad would give me money to order pizza. And he really wouldn't eat any, so I would eat, like, everything except, like, one slice.
Yeah.
And then one night he took a little too long to come down for that slice, so I just ate the whole thing.
Good. All right. Well, we've got that settled.
Jared, what's on your mind, buddy?
I'm just unbelievably bored of this conversation.
What? Oh, you don't have to be.
You don't like
way.
pizza? You don't like depressing fast food dining rooms?
Nah, not enough to talk about it.
Well, I mean, it's a part of who we are, Jared. It's a part of who you are.
Sorry we don't do broccoli jokes, okay?
I haven't done a broccoli joke in fucking probably 4 years. Whenever the last time I tried it.
Do you like broccoli, Jared?
I'll eat it.
Yeah.
That's about as far as you could go.
Yeah.
All right, are we really talking about broccoli?
Yeah,
maybe
I'm just
Jared's
saying.
got a point here.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe Jared's got a point here.
Damn, Jared is finally correct after 192 episodes. It's all right.
Yet again, I've been right many a time on the show.
Well,
a few, a smidge.
Well, I think this is like where the
rightness.
teacher has been teaching the student, and the student is finally realizing, like, maybe the teacher is
Who's
right.
the fucking teacher and who's the student?
You're the teacher. Duh,
And the student is realizing what?
Are you an A student, RJ, or are you more like a C student?
I'm like an F student,
Yeah,
dude. I'm like,
do your homework first.
Well, you wouldn't have graduated high school. If you were an F
I
student.
don't do my homework.
You don't study.
I completely ignore everything Jared asked me to do. He's like, "Hey, I need
you
you to
watched
save
the
my life," and I'm like,
Secret
"Yeah, just die," you know. No, but I did watch it. Well, one, I do want to get caught up with a lot of the Marvel stuff, and two, and for the sake of the show, and it's like, hey, you know what? Because I've been watching a bunch of random shit lately, just on top of Secret Invasion, like just very random stuff, like nothing out of the ordinary. Do you know what a very slept on movie is? That I watched the other night is World War Z, with Brad Pitt.
It's all right.
No,
I wouldn't say that's a slept-on movie.
I actually like
It's
that movie.
good. It's good.
I
It's
actually,
all right.
I like that movie a lot. Well, I'm not like praising it, but
That's a fucking zombie movie.
it's just a zombie movie.
Yeah.
That's what the Z stands for.
Okay, I get that, but like
Clever.
I was out and ready to be done with zombies at that point.
I feel you. It's just like they already started one of the Walking Dead spinoffs, and I'm like,
yeah.
the main series.
And then there
just
was a
ended.
couple other movies before that were fucking zombie movies, and then again we talked about this last week. The fucking when the Call of Duty
Duty.
the fucking Black Ops shit.
Yeah.
Like let's do the zombies here.
Yeah,
let's
it
do the
was-
zombies. No, I'm
yeah.
not fucking shooting zombies for
it was the
fucking
flavor
hours.
of the month,
Yeah,
yeah.
so there was a very high influx in zombie fandom between 2010 and 2013. Is that I would say
Yeah,
doesn't
that
matter.
was the
I got-
peak of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I was done with it, and so fucking, and then it was that movie, and then something else, and I was like, nope, no more zombies for me. I'm done.
Yeah, zombies is a little well, it's played out at this point.
I'm going with Ferguson, Londa.
And what I was going to say is I do remember when zombies became a thing in Call of Duty. And I'm still not a huge zombies fan. Like you said, oh, I'm going to kill zombies for an hour to see what round I can get to. I don't care for stuff like that myself.
Yeah, it's just boring.
Repetitive.
It's repetitive shit.
It's beyond repetitive, and I agree. But what I did like, and I would still do,
Oh, look at this latecomer here.
is excuse me, is the Easter eggs that they put in these maps, and there's like a hidden story behind it. So it's like, okay, there is some reason for me to play to figure out this little story arc that they got going on. That's why I played it. But other than that, zombies to me is just mindless entertainment, and it's like, okay, it's not necessary.
You know what pissed me off about The Walking Dead? Well, 8 million things, but what I just thought was always so stupid, they never actually said zombies. Like the whole series, the Z word was never spoken. Like they had 8 million names for them, like walkers and all this, but they never were called zombies. I'm like, oh, you're too cool for school to call them zombies.
Well,
it's like how WWE doesn't like saying wrestling. Like,
Can I ask a question? In the comic books, were they called zombies at any time?
I don't fucking know, but
Well,
either way, that's
coming
same,
from-
then same thing. That's
It's coming
stupid.
from the source material, though.
That's stupid,
So,
Joe. That's
I can
stupid.
see
Then
that. I mean, that's how they wrote it, and it's
it's stupid.
a very famous comic book and a
That's
very
fine.
famous show.
Obviously, and look, I didn't watch the whole series. I left at multiple points and then came back. But overall, yeah, I was a fan of the series. But still, there's a lot of aggravating things about it. And you know what? That brings me to a little mini rant. I just recently watched
Oh, a mini one.
two of the worst series finales of TV shows I've ever seen, not including Secret Invasion. So maybe 3, but. One was Mayans, the Sons of Anarchy spinoff.
I told you that show was trash.
Yeah, that show's been trash for a while. So I didn't even really care by the finale. I even read, like, apparently some people that were still into the show really liked the finale, but I was just checked out.
Even
the other was the Blacklist.
Even the Sun's finale was trash.
Right. I'm not going to argue with you on that one at all. And it's hard for a lot of great shows don't have great finales, you know. The Game of Thrones finale is generally despised. The Lost finale is very controversial. The Sopranos, the way they ended the final episode, even Seinfeld, the finale.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. A lot of great shows don't have great endings
Because they're
hard.
trying to squeeze out everything they can throughout each of those seasons just to stay on the air for the most part.
Yeah.
So then when it comes to the end, it's like, what do we do now?
Yeah,
We pulled out all the cards that we had.
and that is why Breaking Bad is still the best.
Breaking Bad has
Until
a
they
great
did that
finale.
El Camino shit.
Yeah, you know, we were
We
obviously excited
choose
for
to
it.
forget that.
Yeah,
we choose
yeah.
to forget.
I won't.
I literally did until you said it. So how dare you remind me?
I should have.
No, but you're right. A lot of very well revered television shows,
Yeah.
sitcoms, whatever have. Oh, I will use a show that I've never watched, but I know everybody hated it. Is How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I've actually never seen the finale. I've seen a lot of episodes of that show, but yes, I heard people were not pleased.
And what Jared was saying is that when you have such an excellent show and you just literally get come in guns a blazing every episode, it's like, okay, how do we top that?
Let's put it this way. I give you a perfect example of Silo. I know you didn't watch it. He watched it.
Oh yeah,
Silo, I could be happy with it being done now.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I do want to see more.
Right.
But I could, like, it was just, the ending was good enough where it's like, okay, I'm cool. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
here's the problem, though. Yeah, instead, it'll probably go on to the point where now you're like,
Well, they're
I
based.
wish they would have ended it. You
well,
know, and-
maybe, but they're based on books, and I think there's like 3 books, so we hopefully only get.
But
3
it depends how
seasons.
popular it gets, because Game of Thrones at one point went past the books, because they're like, and that's kind of when it went off the rails. Is they're like, well, we're out of source material, but he ain't writing fast enough, and this shit's so popular, we got to keep the money train rolling. So
Yeah, that's why you don't. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't want to sign with a TV network because they're gonna be pushing their own ideas, and the originality of what your story was is not going to be the same. So.
Yeah, you're not sticking to the source material. And with what you were saying about Lost, right? So you're more than welcome to take your book, by the way. It's sitting on my
God damn, bro. 3 different people have said, "Why is your watch not on your wrist?"
This is my wrist. I just have fat hands.
And one just came in.
Yeah, so
Al just came in.
no, he doesn't count. He doesn't count.
Well,
You mean
heard it here first, Al? You see how much he cares
you don't
about
count.
well? You don't call him out. You call him
you. I'm not doing that.
Alley Ice.
No, we're not doing
That's how
Anyways,
that's how.
We
Lost.
talked about that last week.
So
That's
here,
my point.
for everybody's.
We're not talking about shit we talked about last week.
So for everybody's
There we go.
entertainment, there you go.
Bro, just take a link or 2 off.
I will.
Okay.
I will
And
do it
you,
myself.
you don't have to throw the links away. So
I'm not-
maybe if you
I'm not
if
throwing
you gain
any of
some
my
weight
watch.
throughout in the future, maybe you could put the links back on.
All right, bartender, I need another drink, please.
All right.
Jeez Louise.
So no, but with Lost, so my mom, here you go.
Thank you.
My mother, sorry. My mother has been looking for, just different things to watch, and she's always watching. You guys know my mom. She's watching this typical old Lifetime drama.
Oh yes,
nonsense.
always.
Which is
Specifically
fine.
the period piece ones.
Yeah, which is fine. It's her taste. But I said, hey, Mom. The other night when I came home, I said, why don't you watch Lost? I said, you would really, really like this a lot because it is a great show.
Full of mystery, full of intrigue.
And then you do get to the ending, which is just like, what the fuck? And
Now, see, I don't mind the ending. It's not great.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not horrible.
Now,
either.
a lot. I know we've discussed this before, but a lot of people misunderstood the ending.
What do you mean misunderstood?
Well, a lot of people believed that the ending was that they were all dead the whole time, which is definitely not the ending.
so from the way I interpreted it is that they
they were.
they
Oh
were in,
no,
like, purgatory.
What we saw in the whole afterlife thing was years later after they
After
died,
all had
however they died.
So that was the happiest time of their
Right,
life.
yeah. So that's why the afterlife brought them all back together. Some people mistook that as saying oh, this whole series they've been dead. No. It was real. They crashed on the island.
Yeah, but so how do they go in and out? There's still some misexplained things, though.
Well, see, that's the thing. I get it, especially Lost, because they created so many mysteries.
But at the same
it's
time,
hard to wrap everything
the
up.
show is called Lost.
Right. So I'm fine with a
in
few
its
things
benefit.
being, yes.
Yeah.
At the end, one of the appealing things was the confusion. So you can't wrap everything up. And I feel like they did a good enough job of tying up the major storylines. Even if they all didn't have satisfactory conclusions, they did have conclusions. A finale I watched recently was The Blacklist, a show that's been on for 10 years.
Which is way too long.
And it's on NBC, which means, these are full-length, 22-episode seasons. So 10 years, that's over 200 episodes.
Mr.
And-
Reddington.
And it's full of, Red Reddington, what's his name? James Spader. Oh, he's tremendous on the show. But the show is all about, mystery, the biggest mystery being his true identity and his connection to the original main character, Liz. And the last couple seasons, she left the show, and they were so awful. And it's even if you give us his identity at the end, well, she's gone. So what does it really matter? And then the whole final season, I kept watching when are they going to get to the end game here? This doesn't seem like a final season, even though every week they're advertising the final episodes, Even the finale, you're this just feels like a normal shitty episode. And they did not even spell out his identity. Now, they did give a couple little Easter eggs.
I thought he was a mobster or a former mobster.
Well, yeah, but it's I mean, look, spoiler alert, don't waste your time. The big internet theory was that he actually used to be a she, and that he was he was the mother of Liz, the main character.
That's not.
And this is why we don't get on the internet, folks.
No,
That's
but
not-
here's what
that
happened.
doesn't even make sense.
They in the finale there were 2 lines that basically said, yes, this is true. Which, okay, fine, but I'm sorry. After 10 years and all this mystery, don't give us 2 little clues. Fucking spell it out.
Yeah.
Okay, but they were afraid because they didn't want the backlash of people. They
didn't want to do it, Bud Light.
Right. They didn't want that. And also, people on the internet are also like, this doesn't make sense anyways because their body sizes are totally different.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because we've seen the woman on the show who supposedly he used to be. Like, so. But either way, it's still, if they did this 2 years ago when she was still on the show, ugh.
Bruh.
But you're right. It went on too long. It went on too long.
It was a network thing. They probably signed for however many seasons. And so they have to, like, they're getting paid this money, so they have to produce this shit.
At the end, they're renewing it year by year, but basically, all NBC cares about is it still getting ratings? Can we still sell?
Because they're not getting nothing else.
Can we still sell it to advertisers? Then we don't care how crappy it's gotten.
No, I get
Because suckers like me, you know.
Yeah, and the marketing got you like, oh, the final episodes. I got to catch that final episode.
A lot of times I'll finish a show, even though it's been crap for seasons, but I'm like, I'm so invested in these characters, I have to see how it ends, you know? Like,
Hey, anybody watching, is the channel points going up? I want to know, maybe I need to set that up or something, but I don't want to see if there's, because I'm going to have to do some setting up of the channel points. So like if we do like polls and stuff,
Yeah.
they can gamble on certain shit.
Oh, gambling.
It's like just with the channel points.
No, well, I still like that. Gambling is something I am not good at all. When I gamble, I lose immediately.
That's because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
First of all, sir, I'm actually highly intelligent. I'm actually probably the smartest person here amongst us. I am.
cut him off, bartender, cut him off.
I am the mega.
Let me move
mind.
this bottle away
Yeah,
from him real
yeah.
quick.
That's fine. Don't worry. I still have the same glass I poured at the beginning of the show.
Oh, I know. 'Cause you sipping that like a little fucking...
Yeah, like I got sand in my vagina.
didn't say
Look at the sand in my vagina.
I didn't say that.
Look at that. It's got a little crab in it too. But
Now,
anyway,
you know,
I was gonna say you were sipping it like a toddler, but you want to go with the most outrageous,
violent,
sandy vagina.
secure, or what?
Mature.
insecure.
No, I'm going to say risque. Risque
No,
is the word.
insecure and mature.
I'm not insecure. Don't look at me. It's like, no, could you imagine? What if I started just like crying right now? Like, Jared, I just want you to love me. You know, if that ever happened, shoot me. Not here on my carpet.
On the,
'cause
no,
we'd have to
live
play.
on the show.
Yeah, we'd
That'll
get some
get
good
views.
ratings.
That'll get some fucking views.
Yeah, we get some ratings. We'd be famous, and then we'd be on the news.
I'll just shoot you in the leg. I'm not gonna kill you.
Ah, man, don't you?
Yeah, I'll shoot you in the leg.
If you shoot someone in the leg in the wrong place, you can still kill them.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
remember one time Jack Bauer
There's
shot.
a huge artery that goes through your thigh.
Yeah, it's called my wiener.
Hey, look, Jack said I shot her above the kneecap. She can still walk. And I was like, wow, what a sweetheart.
Yeah. So speaking of shooting people in the legs, so
where are we going with this?
And I know that sounds fucking crazy for me to start off with. So this past Sunday, you know, I went out for Sunday Fun Day, and
Lord.
that was a whole thing.
Oh, hold on. Before you even start that story, you mean when I opened my Facebook and I saw that you had taken a picture at 11 something in the morning at the bar.
As Rabbi RJ.
I'm not even getting to that one. I'm just talking about pictures of drinks of
Being at a bar
at
at
11:30 in the morning
when it's not football season.
when it's not football season.
Yeah.
Put your fucking hand down. Put your fucking hand down.
I just want to defend myself.
You can defend yourself after I'm done
Telling me like it is.
laying down the case for the rest of the court. Fucking so 11:30 a.m. There's pictures of drinks and fucking shots, no less. There was a shooter in the picture.
Active
Not for me.
shooter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bleep that one up. And then, and this is all right after we did the podcast the night before. We were out late as shit the night before because we went to a second place the night before.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure if I was kind of ripped from the night before, somebody
this
else
guy
was ripped from the night before.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't know if anybody else knows out there in the world of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast, but RJ writes the description for every show.
Oh, this is where we're going. Yeah. you
While
told me.
I edit
It's happening. It's
the
happening.
show for the YouTube and put it out for the
You're in
audio
trouble.
side and all that stuff. So I just want to say I don't feel appreciated if I have to wait until 9 o'clock at night when I'm already done all the shit that I have to do, and I still gotta wait till 9 before I even get what I need to get to be done so the shit's ready for Monday morning. When you've been out drinking all night and all morning / day.
While he's slaving over a hot stove.
Yeah. So
Explain now. Defend yourself.
You're
in
I don't feel like I
trouble.
can at this point. So you're right.
Ooh.
So luckily enough, we were able to be out a little late last Saturday. Saw some good friends that we haven't seen in a while. Shout out to those guys. And I woke up kind of early. I would
Fuck
say
your plants. You know who you are.
I like them. I woke up at around 8 o'clock. I had a message from several people, two in particular, that said, "Say it's Sunday Fun Day," and I was like, you know what? I was.
So are
like,
you a normal patron in these shenanigans?
No, I'm not. I literally do it maybe once a month, if that.
I do remember one time when one of these nameless people that texted you was trying to entice you to come for these shenanigans. I don't know what the key word.
And don't text me say after I text you about it, and don't text me saying, "Oh, it's not my fault." It's 100% your fault because you made the decision.
No, they came and dragged him out of bed at gunpoint, Jared. Didn't you
Oh.
know? Yeah.
No, so
you
but
missed
hear me-
that part of the
but
story.
hear me out. So this was my thought process. I woke up.
Thought process.
This was my thought process. THOT.
There's definitely a question mark behind thought process.
For fuck's sake.
It was
So-
some kind of process, but it wasn't thought.
Trust the process.
So said person said, "Hey, come out just for a little bit." And I said, "Hey, I have things to do. I'm tired. I was out late." And they were like, "Hey, we're gonna."
Wait, said person wasn't said person working at the time?
Yes, that's why she
no. Hold on.
she
hold on.
enticed him by opening
This
the
is-
establishment early.
Yeah. So it's like, "Hey, I'll
Tortuga Verde.
hey, I will open. I will." Well, not this isn't for me. Like I'm not making these requests.
It's
at
all for you, RJ. You said I want all red M&Ms.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so no, I want you to finish your story, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened and how you missed all that happened. But go ahead.
So they said, "Hey, come on out." And I was like, "Hey, well, if I go in at around 10:30,
Oh my God.
all right,
on a non-football Sunday,
all right."
the middle of the summer, folks.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh shit! If I go early, I can leave early. I can leave at like 12 o'clock, 12:30. You go in there for an hour and a half or two, have a drink, say hello, do whatever it is you do, and then leave. Because it's Sunday is as many people is my day where I recoup from my work week, my rest, all that
It's a
stuff.
chill day.
Yeah, it's a chill day. And I am not a huge day drinker to begin with.
Yeah,
I
me
will.
neither.
Keep going.
So I went out. I sat down with said small group of people that attend this function.
Oh, you're right. 100%.
Don't
Did
agree
he
with
say
that,
No,
RJ's
no.
gay?
Keep
Nah.
going.
And so I got there. I sat down. I ordered my beer. My beer.
What time was this? This 10:30, right?
Nah, it's almost 11 o'clock at this point.
Okay.
Or it's a little after 11.
A.M., right?
Yes, in the morning. Yes.
Okay. Want to make
So
sure.
I
No
ordered
football
my-
games, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't
Most
start
of
till
them
1
are,
anyway.
Yeah, so
But
I
it's
mean,
still okay to
and
get there
I
early.
believe in
Grab your
pre-gaming.
seat,
Yeah. I believe in pre-gaming, but it depends.
Oh, you believe in pre-gaming by 6 weeks, apparently.
Wait, the World Cup hadn't started yet, right?
Actually, I think the
it
game
had,
was
yeah,
on.
it
I
had.
think there was a game on. I
Yeah,
think that's
not
what we were
live,
watching.
though. Not live.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't
We
the
were
US.
watching some soccer game.
You obviously know so much about it. Some soccer game.
Yeah, some soccer.
Premier League.
Yeah, but
It was in England
no,
last week.
So I sat down, and then other people were there, and some people said other people were like, "Hey, let us get this shot, and this shot," and they were like, "RJ," and I was like, "No," I was like, "Absolutely not." I sat on my first beer for 2 hours, almost 2 hours.
And the glass didn't fall over?
No, believe it or not. And then hold on. You got to the judge got to yell at me. Well, I'm
not the
a claim.
judge. I'm the prosecution.
You're a dick, is what you are.
What am I?
I'll allow
am
it.
I his attorney?
Hey, you know what? I'll allow it.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Overruled.
Yeah. Shut up. And,
Sustained.
no, but I don't mind participating in these things. But I'm not gonna do it. But I don't mind going out and doing this. But I'm not like everybody else where they're 1, 2, 3, 4, just going crazy with it. One, I'm a little hurt from the night before. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, I've got my beer. Mm-hmm. And then one person said, hey, we've got board game or games to play. I was like, what are you talking about? They pull out drunk Jenga. Okay. So I ended up playing Jenga and several different card games with these people. And again, all while I'm sitting on my first beer. They were all like, oh, hurry up. I was like, nope.
Okay, so cross-examination.
Okay.
When you get there at 11, correct? And you said you sat there for an hour. How long before you got your first beer and till these drunk Jenga games and whatnot came up?
I would say maybe a max of 30 minutes before the games were pulled out. So I sat down.
So in this 30-minute time frame of not doing a fucking thing besides sitting next to a beer,
Oh, he wasn't actually sitting on it.
you could have written a short description and been done with it, correct?
This is correct.
Okay.
However,
Your Honor, I guess you're the judge right now.
No,
Your Honor, I rest my case.
I hold you in contempt.
now to defend myself,
I'm just using things I've
within
heard in
this 30-minute time frame, I was also being
or in
interrogated.
my court appearances.
Thank you. I was also in this 30-minute time frame. One, still freshly kind of awake.
He was waking up.
Yeah.
My
And
client
two-
was waking up, sir.
You're the judge. You're not the client.
He's
defending himself.
And two, it
Well,
was
that's not gonna
early
go
enough
well.
in the day. It was early enough, and you'd be surprised how early I think of this description. I was like, because I know how bad. Hold on, hear me out.
If you think of it before the second you do it, I'd be
Hold on. All
surprised.
right. Let him finish.
I think of this.
Judge, you just let the man do his defense. Please.
So
I'm the boss, applesauce.
Goddamn applesauce.
I should be the judge, to be honest. 'Cause
Okay, Judge Joe Brown, calm down.
All right, go.
And so I'm also being asked a plethora of questions by said people around me.
Whoa, what? What?
Plethora.
A plethora of questions.
That's like a lot of. He didn't say it right though.
I know how to say it. I
Carry
didn't
on.
enunciate.
Carry on.
Regardless.
My wayward son.
So I drink my beer to maybe the quarter portion of it. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to
So
vividly
you drank
describe
3/4 of a beer at this point, or 1/4.
1/4 of a beer.
Okay, 1/4.
And they pull out these games, and I'm thinking, oh man, these guys are going to get fucked up.
That's
And
when it's time to say,
I
check,
didn't want to do
please.
that. I did not want to do that, and I did not do that. Believe it or not. So I participated in said games, and when it came around to 12:30, 1 o'clock, I said, hey, it's time for me to go. I had my 2 drinks at that point. I did have 1 shot, okay, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I have my day to go about and all this other stuff.
The bench has a question.
Objection, Your Honor. His fucking stories are too goddamn long. It's way too many.
The bench needs to know, in addition to these 2 people that texted you, whom I know who they are, how many other people were part of these shenanigans?
I would like to say a total of 4. So there were 5 of us total behind the bar.
Five total. So there's you, the 2 people who texted you.
No. Behind the bar. There's 5 of us behind the bar.
Behind the bar? Were you
or
working?
No. Or sitting at the bar. I'm sorry. And then the one other individual was behind. So 6 total. 6 total.
Okay. So one of them is one of the people who texted you. One of them, we all know who that is.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, please.
All right, I'm just trying to figure out who the other ones.
I don't think that does that really matter.
I'm the judge. I got to have all the facts here.
Your Honor, irrelevancy.
Sustained.
Welcome to the first edition of Mad Scientist Court.
I like a mad
Brought to you
scientist.
by Smuckers.
The mad
okay,
scientist
so,
legal lab.
I have a cross examination.
A crocs? You got a croc.
I fixed it. Unlike plethora.
Dunk dunk.
It's because of my wrist.
I have a cross examination that I would like to come across.
The judge will allow it. Proceed.
When When did you get the request for your jersey to be taken to a game
Shit.
for a second appearance?
Oh shit!
Oh man, that's good. That's
Did you receive a?
No.
I have yet to, in my defense, I have yet to, well, it's not even my defense. I have yet to receive my jersey from its second appearance here at Nationals Park.
That is not the question.
Did you receive a communique between the first and second appearances of the jersey? Now somebody else is on trial
that's
here.
too much. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
My brain hurts.
When did you get the request for the second use of the jersey?
I see what he's doing.
All right. I like this.
I see what he's doing.
And I'm sure I could pull it up. I would say, at this point, maybe about 3 weeks ago.
And how quickly did you respond to said request?
Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, or maybe 2. I mean,
have there been more than 2 uses?
No, there's only 2 uses of said jersey.
So how long has the said jersey been gone?
Oh, she done had it for months.
No, not months. No. I got it back initially.
Oh, you got it back after the first?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a nice
No,
jersey.
for sure, because he's worn it on the show.
Yeah. And then the second time, I woke up.
Did you wash it?
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
I would not have.
You could ask that after. Go.
So the second time was asked. I literally woke up during a weekday, getting ready for work, and it was one of the first things I saw on my phone that was sent maybe 30 minutes prior before I woke up. And I was like, hey, sure, no problem. I'll stop by, drop it off to you, and I'll head to work.
And this, to clarify, was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I would say at this point, yes, sir.
Okay,
Your Honor.
so
No.
he's
Yeah.
Your Honor. I'm
Your Honor.
Honor me.
I'm the prosecutor.
Acknowledge me.
So, a follow-up question, Your Honor. When was the jersey relinquished from your possession?
On the second occasion?
Yes. No. I've already.
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor. I've already established this line of questioning and
Answer
where we're
the
going.
question.
All right, I'm answering it. So it was 2 to maybe 3 weeks ago. I do have evidence in my phone if I'm allowed to use Exhibit
How
A.
long in between the question and the answering?
Yes. No. You already answered the first question.
I understand it.
The second question is, when was the jersey relinquished from your possession after that fact, sir?
2 to 3 weeks ago.
So,
Did you smell the jersey?
a third question on the same line of questioning. You have not had your jersey for 2 or 3 weeks.
That is correct.
Jesus Christ. I rest my case, Your Honor. I should say, no, I don't rest my case. No further questions.
No further questions. Okay. I kind of lost track of what the point was there. Full disclosure, Your Honor is a little drunk.
Closing, obviously. Closing statements will reveal where that line of questioning was going, Your Honor.
Okay.
Still, the other, we didn't really lay out the crimes at the beginning of this, but the crimes, the two crimes that
I just want, how did we get from this
hold on, no,
Sunday
this is good. Just let it go.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Goddamn. Fucking.
Yeah, giraffe.
The 2 charges that the prosecution is going for right now is irresponsibility and lack of initiative on doing podcast duties and simping.
Oh, my God. Not the third one. I object.
I don't know if I'm the best one to judge that third part.
Oh, no.
I don't know if
but
I
Your-
might need
Your
to
Honor-
remove myself from
Your
the
Honor-
proceedings.
Your Honor,
because Your Honor is a bit of a simp.
Okay, Your Honor,
Jesus Christ,
I understand
Jesus.
fully.
Cut it off now.
Your Honor, I understand fully where you're coming from, and I understand, yes, you may have been a victim.
Especially for said jersey
Hold on.
recipient.
Let me finish, please. I understand that you may have been a
know
victim.
who you are.
You may have been a victim of this yourself. Therefore, it would.
Hey, she ain't asked for my jersey. You can have it. It's a little big.
Oh my God. Anyway,
I got that City Connect girl.
so Would you like to cross-examine?
Yeah, I would like to, especially the third one. Especially the third one.
Okay.
The third one. The other two, you guys can, go ahead.
So we get straight to the simping.
We're the
Straight simping.
That is not a case of that at all, in any capacity.
Wait. Okay, so
That is not a case of that.
wait. For the record, Your Honor, he's not denying the other two.
I'm not. No, I am not. I am not.
And what were the first two again?
Basically dereliction of duty and
Dereliction. I like it because you know what? When I walked in,
that's the name of the podcast.
And
Dereliction of duty.
And irresponsibility.
well, you know what makes the
When
dereliction,
it comes to the podcast.
you know what makes the dereliction great, besides how funny the word sounds, is when I walked in today and your mom was watching one of her Lifetime movies. The funny part was somebody called this girl a derelict, and we were like, oh.
That's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, obviously.
So-
Anyways,
so for
okay.
for the third.
So you're admitting to those two.
Yes, I am. I am.
Okay.
I am
All right.
admitting to the first.
Noted
two.
by the
third-
judge.
Yeah.
The third one, however, is complete fabrication and deformation of character.
Really?
Yes. However,
Please present your evidence.
I am. If you, Sir Prosecutor, were out in the cold,
Sir
freezing rain, snow, almost like you lived in Wisconsin or Canada, and you said, hey, man, I need to borrow your shirt. I need it for this purpose. Shirt, you may have the shirt off of my back. Hold on, please. And you were warm. But then you got home next to your fireplace with your logs and your marshmallows, roasting them on the wooden stick, and then you take it off, dry it off in front of said fire. I can return this. Sir,
Fucking
thank you
flabbergasted right now.
for giving me the shirt off your back. And I return it. And you return it to me, and I'm like, thank you. And I keep it, and I'm like, thank God that this shirt not only helped me, but helped my friend. And then you go back out into the frozen tundra weeks later. You know, there's the ice
Lambeau
is
Field.
There's ice piercing at your skin. Your eyebrows are falling off. You know, not your eyebrows. Yes, your eyebrows. And you said, I need said shirt again. And then I'm like, okay. And then you vanish off into the frozen tundra again for a week or two. This is crazy. And you don't come back for weeks. And then when you do return, I am so tied up with everything. It's like, you know what? What if they go back out into the frozen tundra in a short period of time? This is not what the young
Okay,
people like to say, simping.
The bench has a question.
Please,
How
Your
long-
Honor, please.
How long after you originally received said jersey back did you give it back out?
Again, I would say close to a month almost, or
Okay.
several weeks.
Okay.
It wasn't like, hey, here
See,
you go.
all right. See, I was under the impression that it had been retained the whole time. So,
No. And
Okay,
actually,
but how long
this
after-
whole court case is new to me.
how long after the first use
This
did you
whole
get it
court
back?
case is
Hey,
new to me.
Al, I know. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Alley Ice. I'm
And you can't say it like that.
Ice, baby.
You have to say it
I
like
don't
this.
fucking care. We're
Too
still
cold.
we're still in the fucking case right now.
All right.
How long after the original use of said jersey did you get it back?
I would say about 3 days.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah,
not bad at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Because I did my due diligence.
Good on
Not-
you,
not-
jersey
not-
wearer.
Not on the podcast part, but on my part, I said, hey, I need this back. And it was given to me. And when it was asked again, no problem. Sure. However, I have not done my due diligence and asked for it back.
I have another question.
Yeah. I like this. This mad scientist lab.
Why does said person not get their own jersey or wear a jersey that they already own?
This proposes questions which are a complete validation in your respect.
Because RJ got that fire.
I
Mm-hmm.
just got it like that, Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor.
I mean, your honor, the honor, my honor. Whose honor? Hey, I'm the honor.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty cool.
I mean, hey, I would not be mad. I would have.
And I wasn't upset with it. I was like, hey, well, I will say the first time said jersey was worn, a lot of cool things happened. Catch a foul ball, beat Alexander Ovechkin. I mean, how could you not want to wear that again?
Also, there was a certain picture taken in the jersey.
yeah, exactly.
yes.
So I'm like, hey, you got better luck in this thing than I do.
That's why I
Because
wanna
when
know
I
how
wear
many
it,
times you smelled it.
I did not sniff said jersey after the
All right,
fact.
guilty.
Wait, hold on. Let's do the
You're
proceedings.
the judge.
Hold on. Let's do the proceedings
I'm a
correct.
crooked judge.
Actually, we have a Judy. We have a jury.
We have a Judy?
We have a Judge Judy
I'm
jury.
the boss, applesauce.
We have a jury. I don't know who's
How many people we got?
Let me see. I think it's Ali Ice.
If
Epic.
I was the jury, it'd be a hung
Londa
jury.
might still be in. I doubt it because we were on some boring shit for a long time, and I think he rolled.
He's out saving the world right now.
Yeah, we
dude.
need actually 3 people, to be honest. I should do a poll.
Do a poll. Do a poll. However,
Let's see how long we can.
I would have gotten a poll when I smelled the jersey.
yeah, oh my god. So my point is, and to defend myself,
I gotta allow a good. Where's my fucking?
gotta allow this, is that when the jersey was worn the second time, I have yet to ask for its request back.
But that was less than a week ago. I don't see the problem there.
I don't know why it was gone for 3 weeks. That's my point. Oh, Londa's still here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a poll real quick.
Saving the world, one Londa at a time. I like that.
Let's see. Create new poll. This is my first time doing this, guys. So
Oh,
bear
well,
with me.
Jared creates the poll.
Let me
I
switch
will
the camera real
continue
quick.
to defend my lack of sending Jared the description. So I left said Sunday Fun Day without my jersey. I left without it. I left in a robe that they gave me because apparently I am a rabbi.
rabbi.
Yeah, I am the rabbi.
Well, you know,
The long
you
story.
got that
we'll get
EI
into.
in the middle of your name. So
Yeah,
it's Jewish.
yeah. It's pretty cool. I come home. I lay down on my couch. I'm talking to my mom. You know, we make some lunch.
So just to clarify again, you are pleading guilty to the first 2 charges.
The first 2 charges, yes. I
Okay.
am 100% guilty.
And I don't know, what was your main defense on the third charge?
Me?
Well, hold on. That's the question.
Yeah.
The jury's going to decide that
Okay, well, we'll let the jury decide it.
because the charge is, all right, is he guilty of being a simp? Yeah.
Have you made your closing arguments yet?
Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
All right, RJ is in the midst of his closing argument. I guess.
So I simply did not request it
Sim-
back.
You can't spell simply without what?
You got to let him finish, though.
That's a good one. And I hate you for bringing it up beforehand. I will undoubtedly ask for it back now. I will actually break into said person's house while they sleep.
All right, that's a little much.
I'm just saying.
This is a court.
But I did not ask for it back. Not yet, because I am waiting for nothing. I am waiting for nothing. I have not asked for it back, and that it's not because I'm a simp, because I am a good friend and I understand what is going on in the world nowadays. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Okay, I have a question for the prosecution.
Sure, go ahead.
The last Nationals game you went to, where did you sit?
In the fucking
In the
Diamond
fucking
Club.
Diamond Club, baby. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I thought this was a.
Ballin'.
So you guys are in cahoots with
I'm
one
gonna
another.
allow multiple additional votes on it. You could probably vote there too, but I don't know. We want to keep it. We want to keep it. No,
we want to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Can't say that word on this show. It describes me, apparently.
Actually, yeah. That way we
But
can.
should I
some guys can
recuse
build up
myself
some.
from the case?
So I came home. So I
Let's-
came
we'll
Judge
make this-
has been known for simping.
We're gonna be on for another 5 minutes, so I'm gonna make this a 5-minute poll. Start poll.
So I will say this. I came home. I got home in good condition, not sloshed, stumbling around.
What time did you get home?
I would say around 1:30-ish.
Okay. And then what happened?
So I got home. I was like, hey, it's Sunday. Ma, what do you want to eat for lunch? We had some lunch. And then I was like, hey, it's a lazy day. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I should probably write the description soon. I should probably do it now, but hey, it's a little early. Not early enough for Jared, early enough for me. And
Where in your mind was asking for the jersey back?
Wait, is there a third charge? Oh wait.
Yes.
I still don't understand. Like, I still don't
The
understand how
third
you can.
charge is simping.
Oh yeah, third charge. I was thinking. Oh yeah, the first 2 charges. I still don't understand. If you thought about it, why don't you just do it?
because, well, one, and this is how my mind operates.
Do or do not, there is no try.
Yes, I agree 100%. I was like, hey, it's early enough in the day. Let me lay down. Let me eat some lunch. And then I decided to watch Terminator 2 for historical purposes, okay, because AI is taking over the world.
Saw
now.
that picture also.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, oh, you got time to watch.
Sedicana.
You got time to watch a movie you've seen fucking 100 times, but you don't got time to write a goddamn description.
So my initial thought was the moment this movie is over, before I go upstairs and hop on my Xbox and play a game that we will not mention on this podcast, is that I will send the description. That way, 5 hours doesn't pass in my life, and you're texting me, as per usual, at 9 p.m. Hey, dude.
Your
I
tribal
know
chief
you're-
has a question. Were you watching this film on a platform that features advertisements?
No. I was
Okay,
watching it.
okay.
It's actually currently on Netflix, believe it or not.
Okay.
And I was the one that posted said photo, and I still believe that that movie should be showed in history class for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, so they won't use this AI bullshit. They're
Yeah.
going to take over.
Yeah. And because it's Terminator 2. It's arguably the greatest action movie of all
Dun,
time.
dun, dun, dun.
I mean, yeah, it was badass. And I was just trying to enjoy my Sunday afternoon. So by the time this movie ends, I sit up, I stretch, I go upstairs. I'm like, all right, let me do this description before I hop on said game for several hours and lose my reality for a while. And you know what happens? I pass out. Not from the drinking, not from the lack of said jersey, not from the lack of simping or simping in general.
From the butt sex.
It was not from the butt sex. It was from the simple fact that I had eaten some good food and it made me a little restless. I had the
The
itis.
simple fact.
I had the itis, Your Honor.
All right, so while we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, because he's
Make your closing argument, prosecution.
my closing argument is obviously we already know. Hold on, I need to switch cameras. I need a second monitor. We already know. First of all, 3 weeks is, Your Honor, is too long, and the jury.
Sipping ain't easy.
Hold on, no, let me finish. Your Honor, and the jury, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen of the jury.
Children of the Jersey, that works.
Yeah, exactly. We already know that 3 weeks is far too long to let another person hold your property to go to a game that's 3 weeks later. If that makes sense to anyone, as long as that makes sense to everyone. Also, if you believe that you would like to use this said jersey multiple times, why not save the money to buy your own jersey instead of asking for secondhand handouts from other people?
'Cause she knows
And
her boy, RJ.
thirdly, to prove the fact that this man has been simping, I forgot my point.
That's
I'm so glad you did because it ain't
Wait,
happening.
no, it'll come back. Hold on, it'll come back. It'll come back. Give me a second.
I can say
Why did you not put your foot down in the first place? Like, no, I may want to use it. And fourthly, you know the game is over. It was 3 weeks ago, and you might want to use it and wear it on the show at some point because you've worn it 2 weeks in a row at some times.
It's a good jersey.
And now
clearly everyone loves it.
you can't wear it at all because you haven't had it for a month.
Now, see, I can't relate to that because, in case you guys don't know, I have like 350
And
jerseys.
the verdict is
so
in. The verdict is in.
I have a
Oh,
lot of
God.
jerseys. I wouldn't even notice if my jerseys
I would like
were
to
missing.
think that I'm going to jail, prosecutor.
Oh yeah. Okay. Before we renounce,
Simp
before we
prison.
announce the results, I think we need to figure out what a proper sentencing should be, Your Honor.
So we're saying, so he's obviously guilty. Because
That's
Oh
kinda-
yes. Yeah.
now we need to figure out sentencing.
Yes.
Okay.
100% guilty.
Well, what options are you proposing, prosecution?
Well.
Or do
poll,
the people?
The poll ended, but it was at the top of the page. Epic. Just tell us what you would have voted. You would have voted yes or no if he was guilty to simping or not. Just tell us in the chat. That way we can figure out how you can.
What if the penalty is he never gets his jersey back? That's a little harsh. I can't do that. I can't
very
do that
harsh.
to him. Yeah,
People will die.
people will die. Wait, what?
Okay, so we'll do two things. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. That was weird.
I am the law.
All right, so
What
two
great
things.
line.
Epic, put your vote in there. Yes or no? Is he simping or not?
I am Judge Dredd.
And everybody else, put what you think that the sentencing should be. What you think RJ should do.
Well, seeing as I'm not only judge, but I'm also jury and executioner.
And don't forget
murder.
And don't forget, he still has 2 other charges that
He pleaded guilty to.
he
I
pleaded
believe.
guilty
He
to
pleaded
ahead of
guilty,
time.
yes.
So kind of give him leniency
So now
on
we've been
those.
found guilty on 3 charges. Yes.
But you pleaded not guilty to the 3rd charge.
Absolutely.
And you've now been found guilty.
Ooh.
So let's
And you're
see.
defending yourself.
Well, who else is
Hold
going to
hold
defend?
on. Maybe Giraffe can give you
I can
some
see
counsel.
how that
Talk
could
to
be
the
considered
Giraffe,
being
yeah.
a simp, but I know him and it's just being a people pleaser. Yeah.
Oh, now your lawyer's drunk.
No, that's not me. That's so 2 people said he's being a people pleaser. Again, still not the greatest thing you could be. Like, you don't want to be a people pleaser.
I'm not, Your Honor.
It's
I'm over here.
again. 2 people already said you have been.
Your Honor's
I've
the
said
one
that
wearing
before.
the goofy Star Wars shirt, in case you didn't know.
Which is really, really fucking badass. You know what also it is? It's too
sweet. Collusion.
Here's the first
Not
suggestion.
to be confused with AEW. Collusion.
Here's the first suggestion. Londa said he should wear his shirt normally in capital letters. I mean, not shirt. His watch.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, that's not done. We're not done. Because no, it's got to be definitely more than that.
Well, I know. Well, I'm starting the process.
I know what you should do. I know what you should do. When do you get paid again? Well, don't tell me that. I think what you should do is go on the channel and give 5 gifted subscribers.
All right. I think that's fair. Are we
That's
expensive?
$25.
God damn.
I'm just drinking this random water.
Yeah, thank God for that water that's been down here since fucking COVID.
I don't even know.
I don't know. What do you think there, Your Honor? What
It's cold.
what should his
That's good. That's good. It's good water.
what should his punishment be? Or his
Um,
sentencing?
I was thinking of like, what if he has to wear clothing that belongs to the person who has his jersey? Yeah, that's
Wear
a little
to
goofy.
wear.
That's that's a little. I don't know what would be a proper. This is a very hard case. In all my years of deliberation and other things.
all your years.
Oh yeah. What if? I mean,
Ooh,
I don't know.
Here's one. A week without video games.
But how do we police that honor system?
Well, you have
It has.
I mean, I
obviously-
trust him. I
it's
trust
obviously it has to be an honor system.
it's the honor system, and you've got our good friend and
No,
former
Al's not gonna. He's not enforcing that because he wants to play with you.
Al. Well,
And if you're enough of an addict, you'll just go offline.
If it punishes me, he'll be all for it. Trust me.
I mean, he hasn't spoken in a few minutes, so I don't know.
Trust me. If it's hurting me, he will be all for it because that is how.
One.
Let me
Okay,
say it
so
one more time.
one 1 week starting from when?
Please don't do it in the next 2 weeks.
Why?
Because
You think this is how fucking real life works?
No, it doesn't. But I feel like
right,
I'm
that's
gonna-
like when I told my parents, like, please don't ground me next Thursday. Like,
No,
guess what, bitch? You grounded on Thursday.
I having a hard time, and because I'm just tying some loose ends up. But if that is
What kind of loose ends you tying? Achievements?
yes,
Mhm.
very much so.
I
Very
think
much
we
so.
found the. I think we found the one.
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Go get your jersey
I don't know.
back.
Write descriptions on.
Oh!
I don't know. Write descriptions on time.
Well, I
Ba,
guess,
ba, ba.
well, folks, I guess it's set in stone. I am going to cry and masturbate. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 192.
That was the perfect ending.
192.
It's a great show, folks.
It didn't start out great. I was hating life.
Roller coaster.
I might cut out that first hour. For
Oh, you suck. Fuck you, Jared.
Overruled.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll cut it and like flip it around.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Every Monday on YouTube. For
I like
the
that
visual.
too. We're gonna add that to it also. You have to call me King Jared on the next podcast.
Oh my God, who said that? Al?
Londa.
Okay. Next podcast.
Yeah, next podcast.
Fucking A. But regardless, thank you for listening to episode 192 of the Affiliated.
Thank for everybody in the chat. Thank you for all the gifts and the subscriptions. Please subscribe. Please follow if you've never been on here. I don't know, man. We trying to build something. It's slow but steady. We finally got to affiliate. Next stop is partner.
Oh, man.
I'm going to start playing games. I just haven't found a game that I want to stream right now. I've been playing Mafia. I didn't get to talk about that because y'all were talking about other shit. But I've been replaying Mafia and it's fucking having a good time with it.
Yo, Mafia is a incredible trilogy. But regardless, folks.
Like the old PS2 game?
Yeah.
They remastered it recently.
Okay, yeah, I used to play that.
If you like podcasts and you like people and you like us, which you do and you will, and you will tell your friends about us.
And you like Twitch,
yeah. I mean,
and
come
you like
on.
court.
And you like YouTube.
Dramas.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we just had an episode of Judge Judy here on the show. Dude. Like Law and Order.
Mad Scientist Lab, Law and Order.
Judge. Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with a better.
Yeah. We will think of it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please be safe. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, review, and make sure you tell your friends to subscribe on Twitch because we are now affiliated. That means Juggernaut, and that is just too sweet.
You see how quickly I turned that camera because I didn't want them to do all that shit?
They can still hear our voice.
See you guys next week.
Overruled.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
The merit scientist